Hannah with stampingwithdye.com. Welcome to this week's Whatcha Makin Wednesdays. And I did a super cute, if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, the haunts, I'm confused, right? Because the box is one thing, and then the rules or the, oh my gosh, I can't even, how to make them paper said another thing. So I'm like, I don't know what to call it. So haunts and harvest. So I had made some cute ones the other day. So these are the ones I made the other day. And then the pumpkin and the apple are across the room. But these are the two alternatives I did the other day. I did a mummy and then the little Frankenstein with this poor little scar on the side, and they are so cute. And I was talking about I was gonna do a vampire, and then I ended up not doing a vampire. And I want to make sure I'm in the right spot. I didn't, and then I was thinking, oh, I wonder if I could do like a scarecrow. So that's what I ended up doing, and I have to admit, this might be the best alternative I have done since Paper Pumpkin because it is so stinking cute. All right, so I also want to pick the winners for the 3 packs of DSP. So let's do that so I don't forget, because I know I'm going to forget. All right, so I have the tickets in here, and I just wrote the name on the tickets. Because it's not like I gave the tickets out, right? Because I just wrote the name. So let me do that first, and then that way I don't forget, because I am old and mine is not good. All right, and then if I pull your name, you want to make sure you contact me with your mailing address. And if I don't hear from you by by Friday, I will pick another name. All right, so you want to let me know. All right, by Friday before my live. So, all right. So let me, because I had some people that just shared, right? And their names in here, and I don't know who you are. So that's why I said that. Now, if I know who you are, then I know your address. Okay, so let me just pull the first name. First name is Sandy Tiller. All right, so congratulations, Sandy. So I'll put that back here. All right, so stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir. Stir them up. Stir them up. Make sure I only have one. The next person, Eleanor Slade. Congratulations. All right. And then the last ticket, because I had the 3 packs. Stir it up. Stir it up. Now, speaking of celebration, tomorrow is the last day for celebration. So make sure if you're placing an order, you get that order in. Same with, it's the last day to earn the goodies and guts. Okay? So if you order 75, and it doesn't have to be $75 one order, you just have to spend $75 from my store in the month. So you can accumulate like 2 orders together if you want. Then you have to let me know if you want the goodies or the guts. So I spent one day just cutting a bunch of guts up. All right. Stir, stir, stir. Stir. Last one is Karen. So Karen, I don't know who you are. So I know your initial on the thing, so you want to make sure, because it was a YouTube share. So anyway, so Karen, make sure you let me know. All right, because I know the color K on the thing. That's all I know. All right. Okay. All right. So let's get started. All right. So let me turn my phone. Look up my nose. Don't look up my nose. All right, there we go. So I had so much fun coming up with this cute little Little Scarecrow. All right, so let me show you the dies that I'm using. I used a bunch of dies. All right, so I'm going to use the Harvest dies. I used this wheat kind of, one is what I used for there. On the cloche, I used the two little birds. The pierced blooms. Now the pierced blooms I used the other day on the Mummy and the Frankenstein. So I just used again for the eyes. So I just used the two little round. These ones are pretty big, so they would work for, something else, but they were just too big, so I just used the small ones again. The layering circles, I used those as well. I also used the cooking, so that isn't in the, I'll show you, because it's kind of like, these two, I'll show you at the end, because what I did with these two is stinking adorable. Okay, so I love playing with the dies. Oh my gosh, so much. All right, so what you want to do is, here's all the little pieces. I got my hot glue gun right here as well, so I want to be really, really careful. All right, so you got these wire stick thingies. And so what I did was I was like, okay, when I was looking at the this one here, I was like, well, you could make it be like a scarecrow face, right? Because it's got that kind of yellow kind of look to it. So you're just going to get your little box. And what I did was I just took my whatchamacallit, and I just poked a hole, and I poked a hole, and then that is going to be what you'll feed this wire through. Hey, Candy. Yes, happy hump day. I wonder if Eric wore his t-shirt. He has this hump day t-shirt that he has had forever and a day. All right, so I don't really need to put this together, right? Because you know how to put that together. I just want to show you how I made all the other stuff. All right, so hang on a minute. So what I did was I took the box apart. So you should see my box. My box is totally, because I'm not going to make that wheelbarrow. I was like, nah, I ain't going to make the wheelbarrow. So I used my box. So I took it apart. I tore some of the paper. I just made a mess. So I used the box. And I'm also using the, whatchamacallit, the tissue paper that came with it. All right. So here's a piece of the box. I cut it out with the circle die. And then, so this is a piece of the box, just off the side, you know. And then what you're going to do is you want to like cut up. So what you do is you're just going to cut up, you know, so you have these notches. So I have all these notches on here. And then you're just going to kind of fold it. So you want this guy to be kind of rugged, right? And what this is going to do is it's going to get hot glued. So this is going to make his hat. And then you just spin it around. So this is going to make the hat. So let me get my hot glue over here. And I don't even have a thing of cold water, which is not always good. You should always have something cold. So when you touch the hot glue by mistake, then you don't burn your fingers off. All right, so we've got our little hat going there, and then just keep, you know, making it go like this, so you know that you've got the right thickness or whatever. And then it's gonna go on to here. Let me bring this. Where's my other grid sheet, or let me put this over here. So I have two of these. So I got a silicone for the glue gun, and then I want a silicone for this because I'm going to mess around. All right, so then we're going to put the little hat on here. So all you want to do is, oh, thank you for sharing the video. All right, so we're just putting this on here. And I don't mind so much all of the little glue gun lines, because to me, especially for Halloween kind of stuff, it just looks like cobwebs. So I don't mind it so much. All right, so we've got our little hat. And it's very rugged looking. Very, very rugged looking. All right, so let that dry. Because he is a scarecrow, right? You're supposed to use what? Old clothes and stuff like that. All right, so then all I did was I took the tissue paper and I just started cutting just like a whole bunch of little things. Little tiny. So this basically, I wanted it to look like straw. So just keep, you know, you can have them be as full as you want. So just keep going. Go, go, go. All right. So be as crooked and as crazy as you want, because it's just basically straw. Then I want to come up here. And I'm cutting it up here because I don't want to cut them off, right? If you cut it too low, you just got all these individual. But I wanted to keep it, you know, within itself. And then all I did was I kind of rolled it and I stuck it in here. And you can add more or less because I didn't want this hole here, right? And I didn't want to have to mess with cutting a circle because it's so kind of a crazy, you know, it's like, it's not this beautiful hat. So I didn't want to have to mess with that. So all I did was stick this in here, and now you've got, you know, your cute little hat with the straw sticking out of it. And if you want, you could glue it in there if you want, and you could add more. This one's like way shorter than the other one. All right, so then we have that. Then I also cut some bigger circles with this same tissue paper, and we are going to glue those together. So just glue them together, and then this is going to go here. So you're going to have, you know, that underneath the hat. So just put your hot glue on there like that. So just let it dry. Let's see, what else can I be doing while that is drying? All right. All right, and then all I did was I took my scissors, because this is going to basically turn into the Scarecrow's hair. So you're just going to cut, cut, cut. Just keep cutting all the way around. So you have this mop of straw. And this was the biggest circle of the layering circles. So if you wanted to have the hair be wider, you know, like and really stick out, you could just cut a circle with your scissors, you know, or maybe you have a bigger circle die. I just stuck with the dies that I had. All right, so just keep cutting, cutting, cutting. All right, and then you're just going to feather it. And then you can see where I need to glue. So see, I just put a little bit in the center to glue those two. So we'll just, you know, tack those together better. All right, so we've got our hat, we've got our hair. All right, so there's this. So Karen, oh, so was it Karen? Hang on a minute. So Karen, I think it was you, right, that shared the other day. All right. Because I picked Karen who shared the other day, and I think it was you that's on here right now. All right. To win the DSP. All right, so hang on a minute. So that goes like that. Okay. Then, let's see, what else did I do? Okay, so I also did it again for underneath his head, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, we also have his little face, and so let me bring him over here. Let me bring him over here so you can see him better. All right. So we have our cute little Scarecrow. So I'm going to lay him down so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So see, you've got his little hat. And you could make this be taller. So see, I really cut. This one is really, really high. Then I took the ice cream punch because I wanted a triangle. So we're gonna punch out the triangle because for his nose, so we just cut it like that. And then what I did do was, you know how when I put these guys together, I put their eyes on this flat, right? So the little eyeballs were on this flat edge. But with my Scarecrow, I wanted his face to be bigger. So instead, I put his eye on each side, and then this, see how that folds out? That's where I put his nose, right on that edge. So are you being able to understand without me actually like putting one together? Because if you want me to put one together, I totally can. But I think it's kind of self-explanatory. All right, so you're gonna put your little nose on there. Depending how big the nose is, it really gives him like a different look. These little eyes are actually from the labels that come over here. So these come from here. So the little labels or the little tags, I just popped this out and glue dotted it on the black eye. So that gives you your little eye. The mouth is just basically this black stuff that, you know, has the other stuff on there. Since I didn't make the wagon, I have a whole bunch of it. So all I did was I just cut like a smile and I peeled it off. Peeled it. And then I just stuck it on the little mouth. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do stitches. So then you're just going to cut some skinny stitches with the same black, because it totally got adhesive on the back. It's just like a big sticker. So you just cut those off, peel them out, and you have all of these stitches. So that's your little stitch. I also used my dark Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blends to give the Scarecrow some like cheek thingies or whatever. So what I did was I looked at scarecrows online to get the kind of an idea of what I wanted my Scarecrow to look like. So some of them were kind of scary, but so this is just basically, you know, I just was like, oh, well, let's put a patch. And that is just a piece of the DSP. And these are those ones that are the color, you know, the ones that go. So all I did was I just cut it in a square. And again, it's just a patch from an old shirt, right? Your Scarecrow buddy is just out there to scare the crows away. And I just trimmed it so it looks like it's got, you know, rough edges. And then just rough them up. Same thing on the other side. It's just a tore old piece of fabric. Rough, rough, rough. And then I took my white gel pen and I just kind of put some like hash marks on it just to emphasize that it was checked, just because this is a little hard to see because it is so small. You don't really notice that it's got that ginghamy kind of look. And then all I did was make sure I have the back. I just put some hot glue and I stuck it on my hat, so then the hat has a cute little patch on it. So see, the hat's starting to come together. Again, I would add more to the top there. And if you want, it does come with the leaves, but I didn't add any on mine, but you totally could. And then this is where So I wanted them to look like scarecrows. They may not be scarecrows, right? Because they come with that cloche. But by doing them black, I'm like, okay, then they kind of look like a scarecrow, because they're, the blackbirds or whatever. And then I just hot glued the wheat behind there, because then it kind of looks like it's the field. I did put a little strip of more of the tissue paper on those arms, just so that it kind of looks like more straw hanging. And put another little bird here. And then this is what I meant by you're going to do another circle. So you have those 2 circles, just like I did underneath the hat. And so then you've got this, because then his body would go further down, right? But this just kind of has like, so his neck also has, he's stuffed with the straw. I did add a little bit more of the tissue paper. So what you'll do is you'll just take your tissue paper, it's a little bit longer, and just cut again. I'm just cutting a bunch of strips of it. So this one's a little bit longer. So it's a little bit longer. And then on the back of the hat, before you put it on, on your guy, I wanted him to kind of have longer hair in the back. So then I just hot glued that on there. So you could do the same thing all the way around if you wanted it to have more hair all the way around. So then you're just gonna tack that on there. And then he's got longer hair hanging. So it's just a lot of the tissue paper, just to give that that look. All right. So you're going to want to make sure, so you're going to stick, let me get this out of the way. So you're going to stick your those long tube things or whatever, these things, right through those 2 holes. And I did just bend, after it was in there, right? I did bend up the edges just to kind of, I looked around in all the dies for anything that looked like a glove, and I didn't find any. So he doesn't really have hands. So that's why I just folded those up, and I just kind of opened this up a little bit, so that it was just a little kind of rough. But that gives you, the hands or whatever. Now, if you want him to be scary, so if you want to make it be like a scary scarecrow, all you have to do is turn his frown upside down, and then he will be scary. And then this is what I did with the cooking. So I said I did the cooking and the polar bear. And this is what I did with that. So there's a knife in the cooking, and then this is just the polar bear ice, and I just did it with red. So it makes it have like a Freddy Krueger, kind of. So now you've got this bloody knife. And then you could, so if you wanted to make this be scary, then you could hot glue, hit the knife in his hand, or I stuck it up in his hat. Could you trace around the box and make more of those if you don't have another kit? Mary, if you don't have another box, you could get quite a few out of here because you just need that circle. What you could use is just, we have that DSP. Hang on, let me go get it. Hold on. Hang on, time. Hang on. I'm going across the road. Hang on a minute. What the heck? Oh, it's this color. It's this. All right. So if you want to do another hat that's got like wood grain to it, we have the In Good Taste DSP. So you could probably do a hat out of this, or even just black cardstock would work, and you would have a black hat. Now, obviously, your crows would blend in with the black hat, so you might want to pick, crumb kick or whatever. But or any kind of cardboard. If you have the cardboard that comes with the DSP. That's got some heft to it. So you could use your adhesive sheet and you could glue, you know, with your adhesive sheet, a piece of this to that white, you know, it's not cardboard, it, you know what I mean, but it comes with a DSP, so it's got some heft. Then you would have, so your hat base would be a little more sturdy, but this is pretty squishy, right? So cardstock would work, you know, for that. I'm assuming that's what you meant, Mary. I love the knife. Isn't that gory? I mean, that's so bad, but you know, Halloween is kind of scary movies and stuff. But I think it turned out so stinking cute. Now you could put, if you want to, we have the, you know, if you use this is our fine tip glue. And if I were to put the fine tip glue on the blood, it would turn all glossy. And then you just let it air dry. And then it would be like really, really glossy. You could also use Wink of Stella on there, but I didn't, you know, do any of that. But I think this is hilarious, you know, in kind of a morbid way. But definitely you would turn your frown upside down. But I think it looks funny, like kind of stuck in the hat. But you could, you know, glue it to his hand. But I'll probably just stick it in the hat there and see if anyone notices that he's got a knife in his head. But so, but any questions? Yeah, Lily. I mean, it's just you know, like it's kind of weird. But anyway, so I think I showed everything. I'm like looking around at all my stuff that I used. But if you have any questions, but I just think he turned out so stinking cute. And I did use like a Sharpie to put like little black eyeballs. If you have googly dots, those are, or googly eyes, those would look cute too. But so hopefully this makes you get out your kit. And I don't know if they have any. We won't know till, well, maybe we already know if they have refills. But I do have for the till I run out of them, I've got ones to go in thank you cards. Again, it won't have any of these pieces. It will just be like, this is what I did. Hold on. So I have this ready to go with thank you cards. So it's just one, you know, it'll make one little apple or pumpkin, whatever color you get. You got your little eyeballs, your little adhesives, your couple of your leaves, and then your little tag. So I just made a bunch of those up to put with thank you cards, and I will just put those with thank you cards till I run out of them. So you could, but you'd have to like come up with, like, I'm not putting the sticks, but a pipe cleaner, you know, would work as well. So, so anyways, but, so make sure you, let me make sure. I love it when you share my channel. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. But he is so cute. So he is going to sit up here with the other ones and he sits up really cute. Like really, really cute. I need to move my sheep because now my sheep ran away. But he sits really cute up there. So like I said, he might be my favorite alternative. And I think it's so much easier to make alternatives with 3D stuff, right? At least that's, my brain works better with the 3D stuff. So anyways, but, so, okay, so that's what I shared. So again, make sure you let me know your address so I can send you your DSP. And I will see you Friday for my dyes shorts. And if you have any questions, make sure you reach out. And like I said, tomorrow is the last day for celebration. So it's the last day to get those free stuff. The last day to earn the goodies and guts for September. Last day to get that extra bundle when you join my team. So even if you just want a discount on your stamps, hey, this is a great time to sign up. All right. So thank you so much for joining me, everybody, and have a great night. All right.